Welcome back, everybody, to the daily show. I'll be breaking down the big and mega cap stocks. So, before we get started, please hit that like button, and that is greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. And now, let's get right into the market. All right, so market jumps 300 points on the first close above 52,000, powered by a new member, Alphabet. So the Google is joining Dow, and that's why Dow is up. It was up massively, but overall, we got a massive holiday coming, guys, and that's typically into these kind of holidays. Market does not just go down and sell off, and you're not going to see that. You're gonna get opportunities, and this is exactly what we got this morning. You can see Dow is up 0.59%, Nasdaq up 2.7%. We got S&P going up 1.18%, and Russell pretty much flat on the day. 50.4% are advancing, declining. We got 45.8. Now, when you look at here, 11 sectors. Look at what's happening. Rotation, rotation, rotation. Communication services, remember Meta, Google, they were down last week. Amazon, what happened? Consumer cyclical, Tesla had calls on all these names from Thursday. And these I sold today was up massively. Technology, industrials, healthcare. Look at who's actually down on the day. Basic materials, real estate, consumer defensive, utilities, energies. So a 50-50 split between green and red, and that's what what we got into the holiday. Stock market map, you'll see the same thing. A lot of green, a lot of red. So pretty much 50-50. You can see red pockets here and there, but big names again, except the lagger Microsoft, and then Apple was down slightly, but all the semiconductor and a lot of the chip names, they were up on the day big time. Google up 5% on the day almost. Meta, Amazon, Tesla up over 8%. That is a massive move. I had 400 calls, and this paid really well today. Fear and greed index. It was actually down here at extreme fear. Now we're coming back a little bit here, but still, when it's here, you do not want to go and short the market. We got a couple of things coming up, especially going into Tuesday. We got job opening at 10 a.m. And then I think Wednesday, Kevin Warsh, there is a speech, but I don't think that's going to do much for the market, ISM. And then we got non-farm payrolls on Thursday. And these are the things we got before that 4th of July special holiday. And now let's get right into Microsoft and see what the heck is going on. All right, so on Microsoft is down on the day, and we saw the entire market rallying. Everything was up except Microsoft, which was down. And after what happened last night, it was actually gapping up. It was up over 2%. I think I saw 382 on it, but then gave it all back and down over 1% on the day. Luckily, this did not take out Friday's low, which is 355. So what you want to see here on Microsoft, this high gets taken out. That 380 to 382 pre-market high. If that's out, and pretty much you can look at right here, 382 actually a resistance level where we got rejection before. So the volume we saw, definitely, there is something going on here. With this kind of volume, with a gap up and go, it should run even higher considering how this thing sold up. But one day it was green, 5%, and today immediately gave back. It was down even more, right? So what you want to see as a bull here on Microsoft, definitely over 382, and possibly this thing runs up and closes the gap. That would look more bullish. But as of right now, this is so far just a dead cat bounce. Even with high volume, we did not get a follow through here on Microsoft. So keep an eye on this key support zone right here, guys. 366, 367. Obviously, we went under today. And if that's out, we would be going lower, and that's not going to be good news for the bulls. So we have to see what this thing does. So far, it's trying to put in a bottom, but let's just hope that this is actually a double bottom, and now we're going higher because we got a bunch of gaps to the upside. As a matter of fact, just recently we opened up three, and we did not even fill one of these gaps. So 390 definitely possible, but we need to take and hold. We need to stay and hold over Friday's low, which is 355. On Apple, stock is down 0.72%. So Apple was fantastic. And if you guys go back and look at the video from over the weekend, I was expecting that 288 will come on Apple, and this is exactly what we got. And this was the previous all-time high. And guess what? All the calls that I had from Thursday sold some into the rally on Friday, and today completely out, not even waiting for the gap fill. But then immediately what happened? Well, rejection, that 288, the previous all-time high, massive rejection there, came back and finished the day pretty much near the lows. So Apple, that 280 breaks, you'll see 277 and possibly even 272. If this thing can hold up here, gets a move over 285.61 and then 288.72. In that case, watch out for continuation up to the gap just under 293. On Google, stock is up 5%, so it was fantastic. And now you can see, I mean, this thing made a massive move. We were going through Google, we went through Tesla, Microsoft, pretty much all the Meg 7, right? Meg 7, Meg 8. And this was one of the names that was actually down. And now with the inclusion of, Dow, look at the pop here, 5%, massive. So if this thing can hold 342, I'm expecting more upside. Definitely can go up to 357.45, possibly into the 20-day right here. And then 50-day moving average is above that. So this thing can make a big run up. Definitely that could be a possibility. If we come back in, watch out for 342 as a key support zone. Underneath that, 337 and then 328. So just a quick reminder for you guys, there will be a big sale for 4th of July coming up next week on Patreon. And if you guys are really serious about trading, you want to do this full time, get all types of trade ideas, definitely head over to Patreon. And that link will be down below in the description for you guys. On Amazon stock, it's up 3.20%. So Amazon also made a massive move. I actually had exactly 250 calls here on Amazon, and this one unfortunately did not sell at the high. I think I got out right here, right about here. And then this thing went even higher and then came back. So 250, that's a big rejection area. You can see we got to 250 almost and then got rejected, but still green on the day. So nothing really bad. It's showing a lot of strength as long as 236.64 holds up, and especially right here, 242 breaks, we could see that 250 again, and over that, there will be more upside here on Amazon. And this thing is one of those stocks that we talked about it over the weekend also, that is down significantly from its high, and now it's time to move up. On Meta, it's up 2.24%. So Meta had a gap up and go, and we did not actually come back down to close the gap, which is looking good. But look at the candle here, huge rejection of a 570 and came back. So if you're bull on Meta, you want to see this gap, remains open. We don't fill this gap, and you want to get over 570. That would take Meta up to here, right around 575 to 580, 20-day moving average, and then we can talk about possibly even retesting 600. On Tesla stock, it's up 8.46%. So guys, I've been calling this out, that Tesla here flagging, and I've been buying a bunch of calls here on Tesla, and there were 400 calls. Look at the move this thing made. I mean, that is a massive move, $30+ move to the upside. If you're not happy with this, if you're not buying, you shouldn't be trading in the stock market. I mean, this was a really good setup. Lower Bollinger Band, selling off, wedging, massive volume, massive candle breakout. You cannot ask for a better trade. But if you're not buying, you're just fooling around, not doing anything, but you think that you're still in the stock market, you're going to do something, you're going to make money, that's not going to pay you. You got to take these, special trades like here on Tesla. It was really fantastic. This is one of the big trade, especially for this month, that I have taken. And so far, this thing paid off. Got out. I can go much, much higher, but with $30+ move, I got out completely today. So here on Tesla, Now there will be support at 405 to flat 400, these two moving averages. As long as we remain over that, watch out for continuation possibly up to this high right here, 415, and then possibly going into 432. On AMD, it's up 3.43%. So this is just insane. Look at that dip buying here, guys. I mean, you think that it's going to come to an end? Nope. We came really close to the gap. We did not fill the gap. And now we got a hammer type candle, massive rally back up to the upside. But one thing to point out on a low volume today. So AMD up nearly $20. Watch out if this thing comes back. 528 will be a level of interest, or 526.65 to be exact, because of this 5-day moving average. Underneath that, 513.56, and then close to 500. But as of right now, if this thing continues, we could be going back up and retesting 551, possibly even 563, previous all-time highs, and maybe even making a brand new all-time high, which is gonna be insane if that happens, because quick correction, quick pullback, and now we're going back up to the all-time highs once again here on AMD. On Nvidia stock, it's up 1.27%, so nothing really big here to talk about. But one thing I want to point out, guys, we talked about it over the weekend, that watch out for this gap fill here. If that happens, that would be an opportunity here. So grabbed Nvidia today, a position on Nvidia, and that is up right now almost $5 per share. And I think if this thing can actually get over 195.62, we're going to see continuation, possibly up to 200 plus, maybe even into the gap. That's going to happen. But if this thing comes back here, these are some strong areas of support right here, 189, 190 to possibly down here at 185. All right, so on SpaceX up 7%. So Elon is getting rich again. I mean, both of these stocks, they rallied back up. Tesla, massive rally here. Tesla was up over 8%. You got SpaceX going up over 7%. Big, big rally on both. Added so much into the market caps. Now, if this thing comes back, watch out for that, 157, 158 area. But as of right now, we're sitting right on that resistance right here, 165-ish. If that breaks, we could be retesting 168 to 171 here, and possibly even higher on SpaceX. But again, like I said, this is not something that I'm looking to get into anytime soon. This could be just setting up for a lower high here. Just watch and see what this thing does. There is going to be no massive catalyst or anything unless some analyst comes out and does some sort of an upgrade. But even for that, you need revenue, earnings, and all that. But nothing really special happening here. I think it just the momentum where this thing, got that big bounce today. So Broadcom made a lower low here. You can see bar to bar, we actually made a lower low, taking out the low from Friday. But again, I mean, dip buyers are there, buying up those dips, coming back up and closing right on the support here around 372, 373. If that holds tomorrow, I would expect a little bit more upside, maybe into 387, possibly higher. But as of right now, I mean, this does not look really healthy. But if this thing, is actually able to hold and over today's low, I think bottom might be in, considering what type of candle we got. We got a massive wick on bottom. So dip buyers, they knew exactly what they were doing, buying up this dips here on Broadcom. And if this thing can hold up, I think it can go much, much higher over time. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.